Okay, before this video even starts, let me be clear. We're talking about Johto in this video. So while Kanto will be mentioned in the video, it is taking a sidestep for Johto / Gen 2's flaws and pros. Okay? Are we chill? Good, because if we're not, I'm self-releasing.
Doofus Production presents A Different Opinion.
Jesus! What the fuck is it, dude?
Bro, you gotta play my favorite Pokemon game.
Wow.
So, are you gonna play?
Dude, why is this covered in...
Just fucking play the game.
Alright, let's give this shit a shot. One HeartGold playthrough later. The fuck you mean, I mean, I had a lot of fun with the game, but there's a lot of issues that I found. The Dex, you can even get half the poke. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh shit!
Pokemon HeartGold and SoulSilver! So my friend messaged me saying that I should play this game since I played the original Black and White 2 recently. And since I've always wanted to play these games, and it's a free video excuse, I decided to do it. But the one thing that I noticed him and a lot of people saying were the post-game was really, really good, but I never heard them really talk about the original game, and that really confused me because isn't that what you're supposed to talk about with a Pokemon game? So I played through the whole thing, and this game is awesome with the post-game, but without it? Well, I'm Doofus Reviews, and here's why Johto is kinda mid. Okay, shut the hell up, people. What did I say at the beginning of my own fucking video? Let me finish first. Bro, that's fucking media literacy nowadays or something. They probably don't know what that is, because Johto doesn't even have a fucking story. Alright, y'all. After playing through this, I gotta ask, what the fuck is the story? I saw Team Rocket like, what, 3 times? And they're just gone for the rest of the game. And then even after that, they were fucking easy as shit. And the only time I struggled was at the very end because of a fucking level curve for some reason, which I'll get to, but just not right now. I love story-driven games, and the good story makes it for me. But this game just doesn't have any stake or tension, which is, personally, I really don't like. Well, actually, some people really prefer chill-based games, and everybody knows... Let me finish my sentence. Let me finish mine. Gary. Fuck you. I'm out of here, bitch. Now, while personally I do not like this feature, I understand that some people really do, and it's just not my type of thing on a regular basis, but some people, this is their favorite experience because of that. So I don't think that's a bad thing, it's just, again, personally, not mine. Most characters in this game, hella bland, very one-dimensional, they're just there to be there. Except for that stupid, normal bitch, Whitney. I hope she burns in hell for the sins she's caused for everyone of this generation, and generations of past. I hope they make a rom-com where she's a little vampire, and a fucking Castlevania, fucking Alucard, and fucking Rick to come in, kill her ass, and fucking Trevor comes back to life, and... Gotta calm down. I'm sorry, I just fucking hate that bitch. One character that really does stand out though is the rival, which is kind of surprising in a game like this. His development is really solid, starting out as a fucking dickhead who's just an asshole the entire time, and slowly learning it while he loses that to win a battle you need to trust and love your Pokemon, which shows when his Golbat, after realizing that, turns into a Crobat. That's the shit I like to see. But here's the thing that I really dislike about this is that people love to bash the newer games for having weak stories and weak characters and bad gameplay or whatever, and the gameplay part doesn't apply here, but Johto has a lot of those same issues of having not a great story and all the characters not being really depth. Like comparing it to Sword and Shield, like, how dare you compare those games to my glorious HGSS? I'll cut him dead! Anyway, sure, the main villain, Rose, was bad, but at least he had a somewhat goal. I mean, I'm sure Team Rocket wanted to bring it back together, but at least he had a reason, and there were some stakes at the end. Were they good? No, but, you know, they were still there. The only real good story that, in my opinion, this game had was with the rival, and there was a whole event where you realized that the rival was Giovanni's son. However, that was locked behind a Celebi event, which currently you cannot get anymore, if I'm correct. So it's like, the one real good part of the story is locked behind a wall, and it's just, I feel like that was such a missed opportunity. If I missed anything groundbreaking for the story, just let me know in the comments, but don't even bring up my guy Red. That guy had like 3 lines of dialogue, but I think what was even worse than the story, in my opinion, was the Pokemon. So the Pokemon in this game are actually really awesome. Some of my personal favorites are Wooper, because he's a fucking goofy little guy. You got Togepi, Dunsparce, the 2 new evolutions from all of the starters, including the Dedosaurus Rex, and then Houndoom, of course. But here's where the first issue comes in. You can't even use half the fucking Johto Pokemon. This game mixes both Johto and Kanto Pokemon, but the issue is that I felt like I was just playing through Kanto half the time. I barely saw any Johto Pokemon, and when I did, They were either underpowered as shit because they didn't have their evolution lines, which are in this game by the way, but they just don't use, or they're just dog shit. Like Dunsparce has nothing on his evolution, and even then, he's just kind of shit. Please don't fucking rage me in the comments for like, he's actually good. Fuck you, bro. Another thing is that you can't even get a lot of these Pokemon until the post-game or even farther after. Because, for example, Togepi's line, you need to have a Shiny Stone to evolve. You don't get that until the Pokemarathon, which I don't want to do, because I just don't like it personally, because I'm using an emulator, so it's really hard to do. And, or after the 16th gym. Other Pokemon, like Magmortar, Electabuzz, you can't evolve until you're in Kanto, which, when you're in a normal playthrough, you want to be able to evolve your Pokemon to the max, but you just can't. And some of these Pokemon only have that extra evolution that Sinnoh introduced, meaning, on their own, they're just kind of shit. And a big problem is the fucking level curve. Oh my god. Everything I felt was either under-leveled, or at the beginning, over-leveled. I like using a full team and rotating through them all throughout my playthrough, which is the same thing I had for Black 2 and all my other Pokemon games. But doing that in this game feels nearly impossible. The grinding is a nightmare because the wild Pokemon are so just weak. They're terrible. They're hard to grind. And apparently, this was the worst of all the games, so yikes. I had to look up a Google Docs to figure out how to grind the best for every single gym. The reason I mainly bring this up is because this game has it so bad where even at the end of the game where you're about to challenge Red, there's like a 20 level gap. It's from like the Elite Four, which is like 60s to 80s. That is insane. And like Black 2 has a similar issue. However, they fixed that by having breeders everywhere. This game, you have fucking wild Tentacruels. And just for that, I'm gonna minus like 0.5 points or something like that, just because of how bad of an issue it is in this game. Yeah, keep your screaming. It actually fucking turns me on. Ooh, is that Claire?
Grappling hook!
The trainers in this game are randomly OP or just a fucking joke in general. Whitney, it actually is a really good boss. Her design is really good. She's really well leveled, and her Pokemon, being the powerful one, is really good. You win this time, Whitney. Stupid. And then there's Lance. Why in the living Arceus is he a fucking champion? Why didn't they change it in the remakes? Like, why didn't they give him more Pokemon in the remakes? I mean, I get that they wanted to use the OG decks, but 3 Dragonites? Seriously? Look at fucking Flint in the remakes. Give him some variety, man. They could have done the same thing here. I mean, he does something in the story, though, so that makes up for it, at the very least. Claire, I want to mention, feels like Miss Potential. Like, she's one of the trainers that actually has somewhat of a personality, because she got, like, anger that she lost and all that stuff. And she is a dragon trainer, which is, why does that matter, you may ask? Lance is too, in the Elite Four. Muting myself, because I was completely wrong about this info, so, you know. And he's the champion, next to her, where she's the 8th gym leader. I don't really know why they did that, but actually, I know why they did. It's because Lance is actually a flying type trainer. Look at all those Pokemon, they all have flying. That's a little insane. Another really big thing that I really disliked is a lot of the trainers in this game spam certain strats, and by that I mean aka sleep, poison, paralyze, but mostly sleep. And literally every fucking trainer spams it. Alright, Quagsire, we finally can't get paralyzed because this fucking Rattata is a little shit. Oh, this has gotta be some bullshit, bro. I don't know how every trainer has a sleep type move, but they do, and that's just pissing me off because I swear it's happened to me so much throughout that game, and it just takes forever to wake up because I'm just unlucky as shit. Well, a lot of these trainers in this game are pretty good, and Lance gets an excuse because I'm just giving him an excuse, I guess. And Whitney is still a fat fuck. Fuck you, Whitney. The one thing that I can say that makes me happy and is a genuine 100% positive is the music time. Oh my god, can you guys please shut up? Shut up, shut up. Shut up! It's a positive. Jesus Christ, you're all the dummies, the bums. So as always, the Pokemon music is peak. However, I genuinely have nothing else to say about the music because it's just that good, so I'm just gonna play some for you and then we can move on. distraction worked. I can finally talk about how I fucking hate that stupid-ass, bitch-ass Walker. No, guys, wait, no, there's still positives, guys, come on. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the reasons why Johto is so good. A lot of the new additions they added to HeartGold, SoulSilver really made it feel like a lively game. Walking Pokemon was the coolest thing I could ever fucking ask for in a game like this, and I really hope they do bring it back in like ZA or something in a more better way than the 3D games have, because this is what I fucking love. Or maybe bring it back like a Pokemon Let's Go, which was the best thing where you could actually ride your Pokemon. Pause. I know you fucking freaks, but low honeys. I'm Chris Hansen. I fucking hate the Pokegear. I don't know if people also hate it, but I hate it. I kept getting called by fucking Joey or whatever constantly, and it was always some random BS like, oh, I love my Pokemon, my Rattata. Fuck you, Joey. I hate you, you little shit. The Poke Marathon was really, really cool, but I couldn't really play it because I'm not using a DS. But I heard it's really cool, so we're gonna move on. The animations are all amazing, and the locations are fire looking, especially because I can just enter them with no like cutaway animation or anything. I think that is awesome. Now the post game is peak. Best post game Pokemon has ever had. Period. An entirely new region. If you want me to cover it in its entirety, let me know. But we're gonna continue on because that could be a whole nother video. What's also super cool is the new lore.
You and me. Now.
Okay. Let's dance!
The lore in this game is actually really, really good. We're gonna go 3 for 3 here. It's quite basic, clever, in a way that, I don't know, I really, really like. I'm really disappointed that there wasn't more lore in this game compared to story, because there was no story, but a ton of lore, if that makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna explain it. So basically, lore is the out-of-game stuff that you'll find. You have to go find that shit, and the story is the in-game stuff that you have to find. And Johto's ratio is fucking insane. Don't ask me any more questions. We have the 3 legendary dogs that Ho revived, and Lugia's lore where it just fucking beats with the 3 Kanto bursts is always gonna be fucking awesome. Johto itself is really cool because compared to Kanto, it's stuck in the past, and you can see that in a lot of the towns, and it does make itself really feel like a sequel, which is really cool because that's what the games are. Red's story is awesome, not great, but really cool. Him being the best and hiding in a mountain because of it I think is really awesome. The region itself is laid back to begin with and super chill with nothing really going on. There's no real tension. Bringing up Team Rocket again, I do think it was a really cool idea having, after Giovanna leaving, after getting shit on by a like 10-year-old, Team Rocket trying to get him back and rebuild. It's just such a cool idea, and I think they did that pretty well, except they just needed more. It was such a good idea, they just executed it a bit poorly. Also, Silver being a straight hater was pretty fun. So after playing the entirety of HeartGold and just looking at SoulSilver with my 2 eyes, I've come to the conclusion of this game is a very good Pokemon game, but it's kind of overrated. I'm tired of you guys. Like, this game is fabulous, but for just me at least, I found myself getting bored with all of the grinding constantly, and to me, it really, really held the game back. That grinding was such a pain in the ass, because my least favorite part about Pokemon Black was that grinding, that in-game grinding, and same with Black too. When I had to grind, it was so annoying, but with those games, I had a way to grind very, very easily. With this, I spent at least 4 hours just pure grinding. And while I will say, for some people, that is what they like with a game like this. So to me, personally, I don't like it. But to you, you may enjoy it, which I will say is totally okay. Since this is my review, you don't get a say. Please don't fucking murder me in the comments, guys. So on the Doofus review, I'm gonna honestly give it like an 8.5, because I still think this is a very good game. It is an amazing post-game, but I'm still saying, I'm putting that to the side, because the post-game is a post-game. It's not technically the main game, so if the post-game were included, probably be a 9.
Ow.
Actually, no, it would be a 9 with the post-game. So please be civil in the comments, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. It really means a lot with all the support and stuff I'm getting. I'm almost to 500 subscribers, which I never thought I'd even get close to that. So thank everybody, and vote on the next video. I'm out of ideas except for Hi-Fi Rush, but that's gonna take like 3 weeks to do. So if you want that now, just tell me. Like and subscribe for a, I don't fucking know.